The village in it with a map and a plan. No place too tiny for this determined man. Crossing the counties one by one, you'll see in every English corner a bit of history.
Welcome back to Charnwood again, everybody. Now, if there ever was a tight, narrow little village, I think this will probably win the award for one of the tightest. This road, it might look quite wide on the camera, but trust me, it's not that wide at all. It's going to be quite interesting trying to walk around this one because there aren't any footpaths, so I'm going to have to watch my step. This is BARKBY Thorpe. BARKBY Thorpe, Barky's outlying farm. Yesterday on TVI we visited the parish of Hamilton Lee, which has only been around for 6 years. It was created from a slice of today's parish, BARKBY Thorpe. Hamilton Lee isn't the only area of new development here. As Leicester continues to grow to the north and east, the land belonging to places like BARKBY Thorpe is gradually getting smaller. BARKBY Thorpe has seen a sharp rise in its population figures over the last few years, and it's all down to the new houses that are currently being built within its boundaries. The place itself is a hamlet. It has a population of around 50, and it's separated from the much larger main village of Barkby to the north by way of the short and straight Thorpe Lane. It has 3 working farmsteads and a few cottages clustered around a series of open grass paddocks. It's all centred on a junction of 2 minor roads called Queen Street and King Street, which link it to the surrounding settlements. Otherwise, there's a web of footpaths and ancient rights of way around here, stretching across the countryside to places such as Keyhouse in Harborough. It doesn't have a lot of landmarks. In fact, the only one that's really of any note is Roots. That's a farm shop which operates from Thorpe Farm on King Street. So in short, BARKBY Thorpe is the sort of place that often gets driven through and barely stopped in. It has no pub, shop or school and is reliant on Barkby itself for things like that. It could soon see its own facilities though if the new developments continue northwards. Let's take a look at what's here now and see what could be in a few years' time. This is what BARKBY Thorpe looked like in 1900, very rural and covered from north to south in fields. The main area of settlement was here, in this circle. Essentially, BARKBY Thorpe is exactly the same as this today. It still has the same main cluster centred around the junction where King Street heads off southwards. BARKBY Thorpe is currently seeing a lot of construction work. A few years ago, something called the North East Leicester Sustainable Urban Extension was drawn up. The idea of it is very simple. On a tract of land to the northeast of Leicester, a brand new trunk of housing is being created. The area of land in question is around the villages of Barkby and BARKBY Thorpe. When complete, the new development will be known by the name Thorpebury or Thorpebury in the Limes. It'll contain some 4,500 new homes, but that's not all. As we learned yesterday, BARKBY Thorpe is a little smaller than it used to be these days. Leicester's outward expansion has started to encroach on the Charnwood border. That can be seen at Hamilton Lee primarily. In addition, this area to the south of the main hamlet is also currently being built on, and character-wise, this could soon be all rather urban. Here's what Thorpebury in the Limes looks like right now. It's still very much a building site and there are nowhere near 4,500 new homes here yet. There will be when it's complete. In addition, there will be a new district centre with a supermarket, new primary schools, provision for a secondary school, sports facilities, allotments, and even a site for travellers. There will be 48 hectares of parks, 61 hectares of natural and semi-natural green space including woodland, as well as 10.5 hectares of amenity green space. 25% of the new homes will be affordable in accordance with something called the Affordable Housing Delivery Plan. There's also provision for 90 extra care apartments. The whole thing will have 2 access points, a southern access road that will meet the A563 and a northern access road that will join the A607 between Thurmaston and Syston. An internal spine road will connect these 2 access points and will be completed in stages as the development progresses. A network of cycle routes and footpaths will provide links to Thurmaston and Hamilton whilst also allowing car-free movement through the development. Thorpebury is currently in its infancy. This is phase 1, which is being built by a consortium of house builders including David Wilson Homes, William Davis Homes and Davidson's Developments. So, is everybody happy about Thorpebury? Well, inevitably with this sort of thing, no. The biggest concern is the increase in traffic it will bring, and it's not just Barkby folk that are concerned. There was a complaint lodged by residents of Quenibra further north. It voiced concerns over access to the new village. One such way to do so will be through Quenibra itself. As we already know, the crossroads in Quenibra is a very busy area, and the last thing it needs is more traffic. People have also raised the issue of infrastructure and pressure on things like healthcare facilities. They're all valid points, and it remains to be seen what will happen when this is finished. Regardless, Thorpebury is set to be one of the biggest house building operations Charnwood has seen for a number of years, and it's going to transform this area into something vastly different. Right, here we are then in Barkby Thorpe, and this isn't going to take me very long, quite frankly, because this is a really small place. They're very proud of themselves here in Barkby Thorpe, though. That fact is definitely obvious because there's plenty of village signs around. I've seen at least 3 of them. That one there is the biggest on this little patch of green, kind of right in the middle of the place. It really is only just 2 streets, though. This is one of the streets. This leads into Barkby, and the other one is King Street, which is where these cars are coming out here, and that's got the main landmark in this place. Barkby Thorpe is a small hamlet, currently a long way north of all that new development, but it's bound to get closer as time goes on. The hamlet is literally just a collection of 3 farmsteads, all clustered around a junction between Barkby Thorpe Road and King Street. There's not a lot to this, but let's have a look anyway. Barkby Thorpe is connected to the main village of Barkby to the north. It can be seen as a detached portion of the main village, in effect. It's all part of the Barkby estate, the origins of which began in the early medieval period. It's remained within the same family ownership ever since, that of the Pochins. There's a name you'll recognise. The last time we met it was in Croft on the other side of Leicester. The Pochin family were instrumental in the quarrying industry there. As far as industry goes here, it's all farming. Aside from a few houses, Barkby Thorpe is literally just a series of farms. One in particular stands out more than most. This is Thorpe Farm on King Street. For almost 20 years this has been attracting people to it thanks to its excellent farm shop, Roots. It's owned and run by the Mount family, who have held land and farms in and around the Barkby area for over 150 years. The family have always sold things like eggs and potatoes from the farm gates, but it was George Mount who decided to take that idea to a new level. He opened a shop. His decision was very fruitful. Roots opened its doors in October 2008, selling vegetables, meat, ready meals and frozen delights, as well as animal feed in its dedicated feed shed. Just 5 years later, Roots had become so popular that it was able to add a little coffee shop, and more people began to flock to it. On the farm these days, you can find animals like goats and alpacas, which are always a winner with kids. The Mount family have expanded since the shop opened. Anyone that walks through the doors at Roots is instantly part of that family too. No matter how much the farm changes though, the Mounts have always had a very successful enterprise here. Farmers through and through, they're happiest in a tractor or in a field, even in the bad weather. Folks, that's really all there is to Barkby Thorpe. This area is undergoing a massive change, and in 10 years this will look vastly different to how it does now. I can't imagine the next parish on our list will change much in that time. Tomorrow we're off to find the village at the centre of this estate. See you there. Now, just before I go, remember, this video is part of a huge project to visit every civil parish in England. That's more than 10,000. These routes are pre-planned, and due to time constraints, I can't cover every detail or walk down every street. Please don't complain if this video missed something out. I pronounce names how I choose to. I am very aware that local dialect may vary, and I don't take kindly to criticism about this. You've been warned. It's impossible to know everything too. If this video was terrible, make your own. If you're a regular watcher of The Village Idiot, you're not the only one. If you've got a small business, why not use my videos to advertise it? Leave a comment below if you're interested. And finally, thanks for watching this episode, everybody. Give us a like and a subscribe if you've enjoyed this episode, and share it with your friends and relatives. It all helps to keep this mission going. Until next time, I've been Andy, also known as The Village Idiot, and I'm out.